EFI. JEGS.
You know, it used to be a real black art when it came to tuning cars. People really didn't want to go to fuel injection because not a lot of people knew what to do with it, and if you wanted to learn it, you just pretty much can't. You'd have to just rely on somebody that spent hours and hours and hours on knowing how to use a standalone system. Well, for the 21st century, a lot of people have been making standalone systems, and Holley's one of the new ones in the market, really designed to make a system that's easy to use. Now they have three different types. They have their Avenger, HP, and the Dominator. On this motor here, which we're at West Tech doing kind of like an editor's training so editors can get familiar with the system. So let's go check out what's going on in the classroom and then we'll come back into the dyno. The aspect of the Holley EFI system we really liked was the closed loop and learn functions. Now there's a base map where you put in a direct air fuel ratio number that you want the car to run at, and then it'll calculate up to a certain percentage in closed loop, or in the learn table, it'll actually learn a completely new table based off your air fuel ratio calculations and allow you to import that directly into the Holley EFI system's base map. The other neat thing is the integrated GM transmission controller for late model applications. This gives you full control over the transmission from line pressures to shift points. Now the HP has some input and output control, but the Dominator has a ton of input and output control. Now this allows you to do all sorts of things like run a 0 to 5 volt sensor, thermistor sensors, 12 volt switch, ground switch. You can basically have the computer do whatever you want to turn on nitrous systems or fans or whatever you feel like doing. It's all programmable directly through the ECU's software. Now we're in front of the LS motor. This LS motor has a Dominator ECU, which is the highest kind of race ECU that has all the input and output control. Another big thing, as you can see, this nitrous has no fuel control on it. So instead of messing around with nozzles and jets, all the fuel is controlled dry through the ECU, allows you to have a full progressive nitrous controller controlled by the injectors. They showed us how well the closed loop compensation works on this LS motor. They put a dry shot nitrous, didn't put enough fuel in it, and you could see right away that the ECU self-corrected for the lean state, never ever did any detonation, and it had nice flat air fuel ratios across the entire board. Also a nice thing is a drive-by-wire setup, still like the LS motors. So there's actually a throttle pedal on the other side where the controls are at, and that's all done through the ECU as well. Full control on actually how the throttle opens, so you can make it real nice and soft like an OEM vehicle, or you can make the throttle sharp like a race car or a more aggressive street application. What we saw over on the big block Chevy was their HP ECU. Now, the HP ECU is just kind of like a toned down version of the Dominator. You can go in there, you can still do mapping and for fuel and a lot of other fun things. And with that one, they put on Holley's throttle body, which is a 4-bore throttle body, flows 1,000 CFM, has the idle air control motor and air temp sensors and everything built into it. So for those guys looking to convert from a carburetor, you can literally get everything you need from fuel injectors to the throttle body to all the sensors directly from Holley and put it on your big block. You can either do the Avenger or HP with self-tuning options not needed with the laptop, or you can go the HP with tunability or Dominator for the full race. So that's it from West Tech. See you next time.